Good Yontif, everyone. My name is Marc Luber, and I'm honored to serve as president of the board of directors at Shirami. I want to speak for a moment about Rabbi Briskin. Rabbi, thank you for leading us so meaningfully through these high holy days. Your words and your presence gave us space for renewal, atonement, and self-reflection. For that and so much more, we are deeply grateful. As we look back on your 8 years with Shirami, we honor your leadership and your heart. You have touched our lives with kindness and compassion and helped us grow as a community. For me personally, I am grateful that you have been there for me and my family as a rabbi and as my friend. May you go from strength to strength. One thing to know about me is that I'm a big fan of country music. Not a deal breaker for anybody? Happy to hear that. Over the last year or so, my 16-year-old son began listening as well. And one artist we both enjoy is named Eric Church. And a few weeks ago, we had the opportunity to see him in concert. We both like a lot of his songs, but we can agree that our favorite song is one called Hippie Radio. Ironically, it's in part a song about the relationship between a father and his son. Now, he hasn't played this song in concert for years, and based on recent set lists, there was no reason to think that he would play it this night either. Still, after every song he played, Zach and I would joke about maybe this next one would be it. And then about 3/4 of the way through the concert, it happened. The guitar intro started quietly, but we knew. Zach and I looked at each other and we freaked out. The two of us jumped up out of our seats. I had my arm around his neck, and the two of us are singing Hippie Radio at the top of our lungs. And nobody else around us was. But it didn't matter, because neither of us will ever forget that night. And it wasn't about the seats or the crowd or the stop at Jim's Steaks on the way home. We will remember that moment above all else. And in the Xfinity Mobile Arena of 15,000 people, our moment was small, but the impact on the two of us was enormous. I wondered who else had experienced something memorable that night. And it occurred to me that special moments like this occur more often than I realized. In fact, these meaningful moments happen all the time right here at Shirami. They connect us and they inspire us, and they are how we measure the strength of our community. Large and small moments of kindness, love, support, and gratitude. There are countless small, powerful moments like unexpected thank you notes, birthday phone calls, a meal train that appears for a congregant, a quiet invitation to serve on a committee and help forge a path forward. And then there are the moments that create the foundation, the ones that have defined our journey. Small, intimate, but forever life-altering moments like a quiet dinner conversation between Ronnie and Marcy Abraham 50 years ago. Or the sound of a shovel held by Ronnie and Rabbi Strom breaking ground at 101 Richborough Road. Those moments made it possible for us to be here today. Or louder, unforgettable moments like the Friday night service in 1987 when the Lerner family, or a Fusnik family from the Soviet Union that Shirami had supported for years, came to visit our congregation. Like a dream come true, they stood before us in this sanctuary, finally free. The sanctuary was packed with congregants and compassion and tears and pride. That moment helped define who we are and the role that Tikkun Olam would play for generations. And that commitment continues today on the coldest nights of December, when our Code Blue program transforms Shalom Hall into a refuge. With cots and hot meals, coats and clothing, we offer more than shelter. We offer dignity, warmth, and a glimpse of hope. These are the moments that make us proud to tell others why we belong to Shir Ami, and that is the strength of our community. Today, so many of us have shared profound moments at Shir Ami around our children and grandchildren, like the bittersweet sigh from mom and dad dropping their child off at our early learning center because this time they ran through those doors and they didn't cry or even turn around. And Miss Nina or another parent is there with a look that says, I know. Or the moment at kindergarten graduation when our kids proudly sing, Hey, Look Me Over, with smiles ear to ear. In the audience, Bubby and always Miss Carrie are clinging to tissues while Dad pretends to be tough. And the lyrics, Our preschool days are done, and look out world, here we come, still make us smile years later. A million small moments in religious school that always begin with a warm greeting in car line, every child by name. We watch them go from singing the Hebrew alphabet in the kitchen to shining on the bima as they chant from the Torah, stepping with confidence into adulthood. That is the strength of our community. And still other moments arrive when we are feeling most alone. But as Rabbi Briskin reminded us on Rosh Hashanah, we are not alone. We belong here. He told us belonging means standing by each other, celebrating moments of joy, and holding each other in times of sorrow. And we come every year for a loved one's yurtzeit, and no matter who is in attendance that Friday night, someone finds you and gives you the hug you so desperately need. Moments that many of us never witnessed, but they are still woven into the fabric of who we are. Like when a member of our choir lost her mom, and other choir members at the Shiva gathered around her piano to sing God Be My Shelter, a song her mother had written. That is the strength of our community. Rabbi Goldberg reminded us last week that this journey isn't only about ideas or values, it's about emotions. There will be moments of joy, fear, even heartbreak. But it's in those emotional spaces where we learn to understand each other more deeply. And so over the years, we faced moments of adversity and change, sometimes painful and often uncertain. But we face them together, and that is the strength of our community. So if you are a bubby, like my mom, who believes her grandchildren are the smartest and best looking, you belong here. If you are struggling with the state of the world and want to find a way to be a part of making a positive change, you belong here. If you are grieving, or if you are the one offering a shoulder for someone else's grief, you belong here. If you're a parent whose child's milestones don't look like the ones you see on Facebook, you belong here. You belong here now and for all the moments yet to come. Imagine two members spotting each other across the room at a program in our new Center for Adult Life, decades since they last spoke. Within minutes, they are laughing at old memories and promising to create new ones right here where their story began. Picture the laughter from two children in our new Simcha station as one serves the other lunch at Dakota's Diner or a sundae at the Benoff Blizzard ice cream shop. Or the quiet relief of a religious school student who finds calm in our new sensory room. Consider what we will build together through our circle of giving. Families standing 3 generations deep on this bima, teaching us that generosity is not just about dollars, but about legacy. That's a moment that will help shape our future. And soon we will launch the first ever Bucks County Jewish Cultural Arts Festival. comedy, literature, film, and food, each bringing us together not only as Shirami, but as part of a broader network of organizations in Bucks County. Last night at Kol Nidre, Brett and Barbara lifted our excitement for our 50th anniversary celebration year. Imagine with your support being a part of a joyous, historic Hora in a beautifully refurbished Shalom Hall, surrounded by friends and family at our 50th anniversary gala. And if we're lucky, Mike Kanoff will grab the microphone and create a moment none of us will ever forget. And if you don't understand that, you will. And then looking past the 50th comes year 51. A steering committee being formed right now will begin working with you and clergy and lay leaders and staff to dream boldly about the next half century. Expanded programs, stronger partnerships across Bucks County, new spaces filled with life and light, balancing tradition with innovation. We are building not only for ourselves, but for generations who will one day look back and say, they had the courage to dream big. Each of us has the power to create these special moments, to share joy, to bring comfort, to build connections, and to strengthen our community. And we look forward to being there to watch them happen, giving out high fives at the religious school car line, enjoying late night chats in the parking lot after Friday night services, seeing parents and children working together at a food sort, embarrassing ourselves in the best way possible at the Purim spiel, and all the moments in between. And for me, this, right now, this moment together is one of them. Standing here in a place that I never thought I would be, representing our board and our congregation, wishing my dad could see it, but grateful to share it with all of you. May this Yom Kippur inspire us to recommit to one another, to our Jewish values, and to the future of Shirami. Thank you. Gemar Katima Tova.